don't make no difference. Rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. Short boot, taken at the 21. And a fantastic return all the way down to the 20.
There hasn't been a game played where defenses don't talk about coming out on their toes and being the aggressor. But, boy, when you give up a return like that, you're really starting it on your heels. Let's see how they adjust.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Control over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from the 20. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. First down, Rivers. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up second down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Second down, Rivers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. They'll throw again. Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down following the run. A first carry now. This is Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Again, it's Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Rivers now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
From the gun, Rivers. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Brandon Cooks, 53 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second down, 8.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check. Detroit! Let's go! Gone!
On second down, Elway. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his... Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and 2. Now Elway. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Here's Cooks on the return. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a second down throw for Rivers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked by Bob Sanders. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Miller, the lone setback. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. The big fella. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Rivers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Second down, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll make it third down. 10 yards to go on third.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Rivers. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they...
Draw. Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance. Who's in a bedroom? Who's in a brand new uniform? barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone amp to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will to spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Used to paint. Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was bloom and addiction. A miss and a push and a pigment. Book like a tattooed pigskin look. Pinhead kids in a minute. Drank Kool-Aid from a tube of acrylic. And I grew up in a linseed oil or a linen. Joy to the poison. Voice to the resin. Capture a map of a gesture. Back up, add a little accurate fat to the figure. Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine of a portion reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush, then a week goes by and it goes untouched. Then 2, then 3, then a month, and the rest of your life to beat yourself up. I left some seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Three chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after, engage in laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceiling's absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us got mothers, queens, and my women dancers. My rippers slapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip some through and kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard. Somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checked.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Starts with a handoff to Coleman, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. No, check.
On 3rd down, Elway. It's brought in by Bolden. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Elway. Going underneath, it's Coleman. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to bout.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. On 3rd and short, the fullback Burton. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They're running. Tomlinson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handling incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, it's Tomlinson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Lambeau following these words. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And the back goes into motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go. Limpert.
On first down, Elway. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Here we go now. Detroit!
The man in motion is Inman. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys will take over the 30-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I can feel a joke coming there with that dropped interception. I know it's coming, but let's go ahead and focus on the quarterback first. That simply was a throw he shouldn't have made. He just did not look right on that play.
A throw he shouldn't have made, but to where you were going, that should have been an interception.
And you know what they say about defensive guys, right? They're offensive guys who can't catch.
And a gain there of 11 yards.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rodgers will try again on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, LaDainian Tomlinson. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now it's 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot, right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
Buying time to his left, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On second down, Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Back now at Lambeau. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On first, they'll throw with Elway. Drops it off for Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Detroit! Detroit!
They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
All right, now. Here we go now. Green.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went nowhere. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Leopard.
Back to throw. He's got Cruz complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice. Usually.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is capable.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. They come out here in the I. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. Is what you practice.
We're awake, we're alive, got the fire in our eyes. We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us. You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back. Cause the past doesn't last, long as we're together, just keeps getting better.
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. So the first carry of the game under the belt for Emmitt Smith, and of course in his career over 18,000 rushing yards, the all-time leader.
He could probably rest easy for a while about people chasing that number down. He's going to stay at the top because everyone's flinging it around instead of running it. We're going to need a real running back renaissance and an emphasis on the ground game to put that record in jeopardy. Is anyone even close right now?
Well, Frank Gore about 6,000 away, and then AP 7,000 away still around there.
Wow, that's a lot of yards to make up. I think Emmitt Smith feels pretty good about the number he posted, 18,355 yards.
On third down, here's Emmitt, and he is going to lose yardage here. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On 1st and 10, Elway. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Over! All right, here we go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Elway to throw on 2nd. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now Elway. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
2nd and 10. Elway again. Going underneath. It's Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Looking for his tight end fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd down following the incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Hurry up. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
And the back goes into motion.
Over.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Elway. Inman has it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. And tough starting field position here. They'll start the drive with a carry by Emmett. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Demontre Moore, the one to get him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him for a loss of 5. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this.
200 jet. Come on, let's go. 158. 200 jet.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now Emmett. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. halfback sent in motion. On second down, Elway. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
No, check, Patriots, go! No, check, Patriots!
The man in motion is Inman. On third down, Elway. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing him. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a...
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already, boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dime. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
Tomorrow, it might be some money, it might be all okay. I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow. Might be counting dough. I'll bet with your okay. Your nose keep running and the money keep coming. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. Somewhere in the air, we can barely even breathe. I really worry about things I don't.
These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after someone who can help you up front? Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now or do you try and push your luck? Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight, and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. I'll tell you right now, you won't go wrong adding any of these guys to your team. So please come join me. And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Oh, I tell you, you're not going to get too far in this competition without a superstar or two. And this guy right here certainly fits that billing. We all got one thing in common. We just want to have fun. Hey! So what you want to do? I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Come by, bring a rack, new grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup.